Pittsburgh Steelers fans, if you're still fans right now, thanks for joining us for our 2-minute warning. And after, we got our asses whooped. Big time whooped. So
they took us to the woodshed.
Yeah, Big G has some family stuff going on. He won't make it tonight. He thought he would. Something came up he had to take care of. Waiting on Kerb. You know, Kerb got tossed out the car before Big G couldn't make it. So we sent him an Uber to come on back over here and join us. But Afton, because we got to take turns with this, right? When Kirby gets here, he'll go last. But just okay, here's the diabolical one. Kerb, what's up, man? So here's and I sent you the link already. I know I did. No, yeah, I was telling Afton. Yeah, because of your own fault somewhere along the line.
No, you never sent it. The only thing I got was what G sent. That was it.
Well, G sent the link to this.
No, I only got the only link I got from him.
All right,
was the other
that's
one.
Cool. It ain't no big deal. But okay, I'm gonna start with Afton. One thing at a time. We got a lot of stuff, Afton. One thing at a time. Vent one thing. Vent one thing you want to vent about right now about this game. One thing. Vent.
These boys played like little bitches.
Woo! Woo! Hot like fire. Kerb, your turn.
The offense. I still believe they needed another weapon.
Yeah. Okay. My turn. Man, Afton kind of summed it all up. Kerb, you were at my next point. I'll just say this. I don't blame the defense for any of it. I don't blame the defense at all. And because I look at it like going with not blaming the defense, 9 points was directly impacted by Aaron Rodgers' turnovers or his inability or unwillingness to get rid of the ball. If you saw earlier, NBC, Tirico and Collinsworth brought up, he held the ball. He was after 3 seconds to pass. That's the longest he's held the ball all year. 3 seconds to pass. So I'll say Aaron Rodgers giving up, I believe, 9 points, and with that, Boswell missing the field goal that he always makes. Afton, your turn again.
That was the most, I'm pretty sure that was the most frustrating game I've ever watched as a Steelers fan. Just absolute frustration. Plays left on the field, balls that should have been caught, balls that should have been thrown better. Yeah, balls missing a field goal. That never happens, but it happened tonight.
Kerb, your turn again.
I mean, I would say the same thing over again. I mean, when you don't have the weapons, because to me, I mean, yeah, Rodgers holding the ball, but when you just got those tight ends out there, those guys are getting locked down. We don't have the tight end like a Travis Kelce, where these you got big old guys that it's easy to cover, and they're getting blanketed.
No, I don't disagree. I don't disagree at all.
So he's holding the ball. He ain't got nowhere to throw it to.
But you get rid of it all the same.
Yeah. I mean, that you true. You get rid of it, but you know.
I remember when Aaron Rodgers would just fire a ball up 20 yards out of bounds to protect the ball, to protect his, not getting sacked and not throw his interception rate down, all that stuff. And tonight he kept overthrowing passes. So not only did he give up to 2, right? On the safety, he threw interceptions. They took right inside to 30, the high red zone area. They scored on that. The defense didn't get a break at all. The defense played well. We got like 6 first downs at most. I'll pull the stats up in a second.
Yeah.
So those are 9 points, not to mention the touchdown pass he missed at DK would have had he made a good overthrown it. And the overthrow to Jonnu would have put us down inside the 10-yard line. And he overthrew another one to DK. We saw that Calvin Austin isn't a true number two.
Nope.
The second was the last interception was directly Calvin Austin's fault because he dropped the ball that he should have caught.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. After anything else before we pull up the stats and stuff, because hey, we're not gonna keep everybody long. We know it's late. We all pissed. We're actually gonna read some of your comments here as soon as we are, because we're gonna have a vent session together, right? We all gonna crash out together. Like Afton said, they play like a bunch of bitches. So, but I don't know. So
I think
anything else, Afton, for you?
Some players showed up. Like one of those interceptions, wasn't it Austin who ran the guy down and tackled him?
Wait, which one?
I kind of think it was the first interception that Austin went and got him. Cam was batting down balls. TJ was batting down balls. I did see a lot of missed tackles and our DBs getting burned, and
well, keep in
different
mind
in that regard.
Keep in mind they already thin the secondary. Slay got hurt, got concussed. Pierre comes in. I don't, like Shannon said on Pump Your Brakes today, I don't mind Pierre as a fourth or fifth corner, but now he has to play. And then as far as the missing tackles go and stuff, the defense stood strong for 2 quarters and then get nary a break. So for another game again, the time of possession goes to the other team. I don't know because I haven't looked. I just know by the eye test. I can see. And they just played horrifically terrible. I mean, yeah. I mean, if the defense got any help tonight, they could have won that game. The offense gave zero help. Kerb, you're absolutely right. It's the lack of a true number two. DK's getting doubled the entire game because, can't none of you guys beat us? Can't none of you guys get behind us?
Nope.
None of you.
And something else, and this is something that I've come to accept, because to be honest, I never truly watched DK. I mean, then by him being out in Seattle, you never really watched those games. You just seen his highlights. When I see him now, he's not like the best route runner. His hands are worse than what I thought, but not even talking about his hands. He's not a great route runner. So, like you say, he's getting doubled. So he ain't shaking no. I mean, he's covered. You know, he ain't the Antonio Brown that can beat double coverage. You know, this is the Steelers making here.
Yeah,
and
for 2 years now, the inability to get a true number 2 wide receiver has come back to affect us. DK is, I mean, he's good receiver. To me, he's top 10 in the league. But when he out there by himself and they shade coverage that way all the time, you can't even get him in a position to do something that he's good at, which is run deep post routes, deep crossers, get him the ball, because it's 2 people. The defense is geared to go to whatever side DK is on playing the X receiver, whether it's on the left side of the field or the right side of the field, the weak side, the strong side. They're geared to stop DK because they're not worried about nobody else beating them. You know, exactly. I mean, that last touchdown Roman Wilson got is what should happen all the time with the way defenses are playing us. But sometimes you got Skoranek out there. He can't do that. You know what I mean? Calvin Austin's a little fella, and he dropped the ball tonight that caused an interception. I mean, but the game was over at that point. But I'm just saying, to me, it was a clearly visible to see that they're lacking a big threat at the number 2 wide receiver.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna pull up the stats, and after you can read them off, go through them for us, and we'll talk about them. We'll take some comments from the live chat when we get done talking about it, and we'll be out of here in the next 20 minutes or so. Sound good to you guys?
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Kerb, that covers your mug while we're looking at it, man. Lean over one way or the other so we can see you. I don't know how to move it. When 4 people here, it worked perfectly.
So we had 221 yards to their 314, which that's like what, 5-10 yards better than last week, or is it under last week? We were terrible last week too in offense. Yep. I'm sorry. Go ahead. honestly, it feels awfully generous because it didn't feel like we even got that much. We had 148 passing yards. They had 199. We had 73 rushing yards, and they had 115. We had 4.4 yards per play, and they had 4.6. They beat us on the first downs by 7. We had 11. They had 18. Our third down efficiency was atrocious at 2 for 11. They went 6 for 17.
That's about 17%. And they're
Mhm.
and they're not much better. They're about 35% on third down. So that tells me the defense played well. They kept them 4.4 yards per play for us, 4 point, and they had way more plays. With 314 yards is the defense playing well. Yeah, and they had 19 total plays more. But go ahead. I'm sorry, finish. I just have to comment while I'm looking and thinking about it. But go ahead.
So we were 0 for 1 on fourth downs. They were 1 for 1. Surprise, surprise. We had 50 total plays. They had 69. We allowed 3 sacks. We sacked Herbert 5 times. So we did call the over, right?
Mhm.
We punted 4 times. They punted 6. We had 4 penalties for 29 yards. They had 8 penalties for 55.
So Kerb, with all that, what you heard, what you seeing in the game? Like, what are you seeing? I know what I'm seeing. What are you seeing?
I mean, first of all, you know the play. I mean, they ran 19 more plays than us, but the turn again, just like how we won with turnovers, like because the Steelers won last week because of the turnovers. It happened. It got flipped this week, and that's a big thing in the NFL when you lose a turnover game, you're more than likely going to lose the game. I mean, it's sometimes you can ink a game out, but majority of the time, when you lose that turnover battle, you're losing the game. And that's how you won last week. And like I say, this week it turned against you.
Let me pull the stats up real quick again. So as I look at it, like I said, the defense played okay. Okay, I got a question for you guys. The burst, the energy, the ferociousness, and the passion that Jalen Warren runs with, why don't they give him the ball more?
No idea.
I mean,
He's the only player on the offense that gets any kind of a passing grade from me today.
Wow, okay.
He I don't know. You run his wheels off.
The man is all heart. He is all heart. I don't
get it.
Yeah, no, he is. You're absolutely right, Afton. He is all heart. He's clearly the most effective player on offense. And yeah, he gets stopped for like early. He took a couple tough hits and only gained like 3 yards. But you know, running the ball in the NFL is like trying to break a rock. You take your sledgehammer, you keep hitting it, you keep pounding on it. No diddy. And till it breaks, though, right? I mean, that's what you gotta do. That's what the Chargers did to us. The commitment to the run game. You have to be committed to it. Claude said Arthur Smith is Matt Canada 2.0. I mean, you're not bad as Canada, but didn't Canada have George Pickens and Deontay Johnson when he was good? You know what I mean? Two weapons, you know? But, you know, yeah, this Aaron Rodgers the worst he looked so far this year. Hey, live chat, go ahead and comment, and we'll put some of your comments up and talk about them as we do our grades. If you want to include your grade, we'll go. You know, you guys want to go offense or defense first?
Offense. Let's get it out of the way.
Okay. Afton, let's just go right to the top. Quarterback play this week. What grade are you giving Aaron Rodgers? F. And what did you see?
Well, I'm assuming he's asking why I gave him an F. He just fell apart. I don't know if he had something wrong or if it was just a bad day. but there were balls that were delivered to places that they weren't catchable. And I'm not sure if that was all on him or if that was on whoever he was throwing to, didn't run to the right spot. Regardless, the communication wasn't there. And at no point in the game did he really, rally the offense and get them back on the same page. And I'll give him a little bit of a break because he was running for his life a lot. But on the other hand, he was holding the ball too long. Part of the reason he was running for his life is he wasn't getting rid of it.
No, I definitely agree. Kerb, your thoughts on Aaron Rodgers tonight?
Definitely a F. I just hope this is the case. Like boxing, you watch boxing, hope that ain't. Hope he's paying out. I don't do it.
Hey, Evans, is that's obviously Kirby's mic? Yeah, I took my headphones out because Kerb, you got something short or something going on. Can't hear you at all now.
I'll log out.
Oh, no, you good now. Just talk a little, turn your mic up a little bit.
All right, is that better?
No. Somebody said you on the moon, Kerb. Mr. Woodside said you on the moon.
I don't know what's going on.
Jess, thanks for tapping in. Black Lace Hair Salon. Line was garbage, and he did not hold the ball. He didn't hold the ball. They dropped. Nah, he held the ball too long, bro. He held the ball way too long.
He held it for like 5 seconds.
Hey, I put it like this, Jess. Last week, your boy Cam Ward did better than Aaron Rodgers did tonight. Because I believe they played Tennessee last week. But yeah, he held the ball too long. It's definitely part of it. While Kerb is going, I'll say, as far as Aaron Rodgers goes, and we've all said it, held the ball too long. His accuracy was way off tonight. Accuracy gets a big F minus. He threw passes in the dirt in front of guys. He overthrew guys. He threw 2 interceptions or 3. It was 3. And one wasn't his fault. 2?
That I remember.
Kerb, he threw 2 or 3 interceptions.
2, I think. 2.
Yeah, you got to turn your mic up, man.
What the heck?
Oh, no. Big G, I have a fit, John. We should try and get Kyler Murray. Don't think.
No.
I think I give Will Howard a chance before I try and go get Kyler Murray and pay him $50,000 to come play Call of Duty. And I mean, at least Aaron Rodgers is studies and studious, and I'm anxious to see what he says in the press conference. KB said he got too much sleep. Okay, Claude said 2, but 1. Well, yeah, that one Calvin Lawson wasn't his fault. You're right about that, Claude. But still, the accuracy was way off. Yeah, see, we said the same thing still, dog. I agree with you. You're right. No Murray. Kirk left and came back. Kerb, you okay? Go ahead. Say something, Kirk.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I don't. You're not coming through as loud.
You're a little low.
Yeah, you're low. That's all. You're not as fuzzy as you were.
That better?
Turn your mic up.
I'm turning it up.
A little more.
Now it's all the way up.
Okay, you good now.
There
then. Go
you
ahead.
good.
Oh man, that's crazy. All right.
Bubba's right. Steelers Dynasty podcast. He said the wide receivers need to catch the ball when they hit the hands or in the chest. He is absolutely right.
No, I agree. I mean, they say if it hits your hand, you should make the catch, but that is still. I mean, you put that on Jonnu, the one he had to jump and try and catch and double catch that he didn't catch. I mean, I can't put that on him. He gave 100% effort to go after that ball. I felt like the one that he overthrew last week in the first play of the game was more of an indictment on Jonnu than this one was today.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Kerb. If you had anything you were saying.
I'm
trying to keep up with the
like
live chat.
I mean, just like even with Austin, I mean, you're putting pressure on him that you shouldn't, or you're putting him in a position he shouldn't even be in. He's not a number 2 receiver. He's a number 3 number 4,
Who is?
and Austin.
Oh yeah, I
agree.
definitely agree.
So you're putting these guys in positions that they shouldn't be. And like I say, this is totally on the Steelers. And like you say, this has been going for 2 years. And I mean, we don't know, but I would hope as an offensive coordinator, Arthur Smith has been jumping on.
I feel like we going hard. No, Diddy. We're being tough on DK. John says DK needs to play to his size. Okay. Frosty the Bear says DK is a wide receiver too. Until we have another wide receiver that's talented, we won't know he's a wide receiver too. I mean, they're not letting DK play to his strengths. Everybody's taking DK out of the game. He's the only person with Jaylen Warren that scares them on offense. That's why you see the tight ends getting so much, because DK taking 2 men away, period. Right? Every snap.
I mean, every defense is going in there saying we're not going to let him beat us. And somebody else, if they're going to beat us, it's going to be somebody else. I mean, it's simple.
Yeah, Pickens was a headache, and I don't disagree with the trade for Pickens, for trading Pickens, I mean. But yeah, we could use this talent right now. If he was on the other side, because he's obviously not as big physically as DK, but you'd have another guy over there you got to respect. They don't respect our second and third or fourth option wide receiver. Nobody respects him.
No, they don't.
Now, I will
Pickens,
say
you only have to respect if he actually shows up to play that day.
Say it again, Afton.
I said Pickens, you only have to respect if he actually shows up to play that day. There were some games he would just take off.
That's true.
You know, but even with Pickens, and it's unfortunate because young guy and Pickens
Pickens played much more physical than who?
DK.
Not even close.
Pickens' problem
capability. Pickens would take running plays off.
Yep. Pickens' problem was he's immature, didn't know how to handle things, and he played in an offense that was bad, that it wasn't really featuring the receiver. So he seen how all the other guys ahead of him were acting, and he acted out. I believe if he was here, he probably would have been a different person because he would have been getting the ball. But you know what? I take that back because it's still This is still the same offense. So I can't even say that. This offense, I don't know.
But
I don't like it.
At the very least, he would be a threat on the other side.
Yeah, absolutely.
We don't have a threat that anybody respects. Calvin Austin, he's fast, but I mean, you get up, you play up on him, get physical with him, you throw him off his route.
Calvin Austin, you make him a third receiver. Now he's going up against a slot corner or a team's number 3 corner. That's what he is. And there ain't nothing wrong with that.
And now at this point, I mean, I think what they got to do, and this is looking way ahead, we got to finish the grading, but I think you draft a receiver in the second or third round next year. Maybe even first, depending on available, because I haven't been impressed by a quarterback yet. But now I'm not so big on Aaron Rodgers coming back the way he looked tonight, but I don't want to have that Yin's knee-jerk reaction right now either. But we're still in first place in the division, so still got 2 games against Baltimore. You can control your own destiny still. But yeah, man, I think DK is the one. You draft somebody that's a capable too, since you didn't go ahead and spend the draft capital on trying to trade for. Well, they did want to trade for one. That's what I read today, that they wanted Jacoby Myers. The Steelers were willing to offer the same thing Jacksonville gave up, a 4th and a 6th. And since the Raiders asked Jacoby Myers, so between the two, where do you want to go? So he chose Jacksonville. And I don't know if that's an indictment on Pittsburgh. I think it's an indictment on the style of offense they play. And he wants to get numbers up to build his value for this offseason when he's a free agent.
I thought it was because Pittsburgh had DK.
Well, that could be part of it too. So he would be used even less. But even as a number 2 for the Steelers, like Jacksonville got the kid they drafted number 1 last year, the kid from LSU.
I think it was
Thomas.
Brian Thomas.
Yeah.
I think it was the offense, and also, you know, he was coming from a state that he didn't have to pay no state tax, going back to another state. So you know, it was a money thing also.
Yeah,
But
it's business, but
I think it's
But there was
I
also
mean,
stability at the quarterback position because Trevor Lawrence isn't going anywhere.
no, he's not.
but I mean, I wouldn't even say that because he you know, next year he's a free agent, so it ain't like, you know, he would have been stuck here. I just think it was part the offense, and I think it's, you know, part the you know, the money situation.
Well,
That's what I think it was.
the money situation, he got 7 more games to play that he had to pay tax on. If he has a big end of the season, he stands to
Yeah,
get a
right.
contract, another contract 2 or 3 years for. He probably won about 20, 25 million a year. You know what I mean? So
I don't think Arthur Smith people is receivers are excited about playing in this offense.
so let's Aaron Rodgers F. Running backs. Kerb, you first.
I'm gonna give Warren. I give him a B plus.
Running backs. Not Warren, running backs.
That's what I just said.
Okay, you said I give Warren, but I'm saying running backs.
I give him a B plus.
Okay. Okay. And Warren's obviously carrying that room to you then.
Yeah, he's the only one. Ain't nobody else doing nothing.
Caleb Johnson got a few carries. Gainwell unimpressed. He didn't play bad. I'm not saying he played bad, but he wasn't like they shouldn't be taking carries away from Jaylen Warren. Somebody said, I believe it was Big Pun said that Warren isn't every down back like that. Yeah, you might not have him run between the tackles for 20 carries a game, but get him the ball, get him in space. I mean, run a wheel route with him against a linebacker going out for a pass. Get him the ball, though. He don't get enough touches. I'm not saying that's carries. I'm saying touches.
They try not to wear him out. You know, that's probably they thinking.
Well, if you get wore out, you lose. What you saving them for? That's a long season, though.
Yeah.
But all right. So Afton, you're great for the running backs.
I'll give him a B. I mean, Warren did his job, so and the other guys didn't kill us. I mean, nobody fumbled and turned it over, so I'll give him a B.
Okay, yeah, no, I think I'm sorry. I think that's fair. I mean, yeah, they didn't kill us. Jaylen Warren ran rough and rugged. He didn't look bad when he got the ball. That's the part, he get the ball enough. So yeah, a B minus. I mean, we scored 10 points. I can't give them that great of a grade, but I give them better. They probably were the best room. So I give them a B minus. All right, I'll go first. As far as the tight end room, C, flat C. Weren't impressive, did nothing special. Mount Washington had a good catch early in the first quarter, first half anyway. Aaron Rodgers threw it to him over the middle on a seam route down across over the middle. Just hit his big target. Pat Freiermuth played well at the end of the game when he got opportunities. He made plays. Jonnu, I mean, he outside. I mean, maybe he had one catch, and outside of the time that he, you know, that overthrow by Aaron Rodgers, I don't even factor him in the game anywhere. I can't even think about where were you at. You know, so yeah, tight end room just gets a C. Kerb, you for the tight ends?
Just C, fair.
And Afton.
C.
See, okay. All right, Afton, you start with the wide receivers.
D.
D.
There were a few catches, and when they caught it, they had like anywhere from 5 to 12 yards, I think, but there were lots of drops. Some were significant.
Jaylen Warren averaged five yards a carry, 70 yards. DK had 3 for 20, 3 catches for 35 yards. Ron Wilson had 2 catches for 35 yards. Pat Frymoose had 3 catches for 33 yards. Jalen Warren, 2 catches for 21 yards. Darnell White, that was his only catch, 1 catch for 15. Calvin Austin, 2 catches for 14 yards. Gainwell, 2 catches for 4 yards. Jonnu Smith, 1 catch for 4 yards. So that's all the receiving numbers right there. But so your tight end grade again, you said a D?
Yeah.
I mean, not tight end, wide receiver grade, D?
Yes. Wide receivers got a D.
Okay, yeah, I'll give the wide receivers a D too. I just read the numbers, right? So the wide receiver, 7 catches by wide receivers for 84 yards. Your whole wide receiver unit, 7 catches for 84 yards. Wow.
That's ridiculous.
That's like what he said, Kerb. That's putting your number 1 in there.
That's ridiculous.
Calvin Austin and Roman Wilson. And in the passing game, Roman Wilson just, ran a slant and kind of the Chargers defenders kind of, collided with each other. Yeah, still a girl. Rodgers did suck tonight. And he was able to get a lot of yak after that catch. It wasn't nothing special. That probably was a 27-yard touchdown. I don't remember because he ran about a good 20 yards once he caught it. So yeah, I give him just a D, man. That's all I can do. Kerb, what's your wide receiver grade?
I give him a D. It's can't. I mean, this is a guy you giving $30 million to, and 3 for 35, and I think last week he was 2 for 20 something. That's you can't have
Kerb, you can't blame him.
No. I'm not I'm not blaming. I'm just saying, as an offense, that's what you're doing, and everybody know the main reason why that's ridiculous. That's just
I agree, man. I mean that. I can't judge him correctly because it's like we talked about the Bengals, right? Like the way the Bengals went and got Joe Burrow. Why did they go get Joe Burrow? Because their investment were in their receivers,
right.
Chase and Higgins, and Browning, the quarterback before they got Burrow, was incapable of helping them make their investment pay off. So as long as we don't have a number 2 receiver, your $30 million guy over there gonna get taken out the game.
Yep.
Period.
There it is. I don't know. It's just it's frustrating. It's frustrating because when you watch, I mean, I don't know if you watch any games today, but when you just watch, this league is about offense.
I don't disagree, Mr. Woodsy. I really don't. But I mean, with more opportunities, you get more chance to see big plays. He had a few drops. I'd say, I don't know, say 5 drops through when we had 10. We 5-4 now, 9 games, 10 games, 9 games, right? Yeah, we're 5-4. The Ravens are 4-5. So he's had some drops, but if he had more opportunities to make plays, you say, oh, them drops wasn't nothing. The drops stick out because he's getting used. His usage is so little because everybody's geared to him, so he shut him down. So the drops stand out more because that's the last thing that's in your head. So, Kerb, you go ahead and start with the O-line. We'll be done with the offense.
Well, the O-line is our offensive line is terrible. They've been getting,
I don't think they're terrible.
Nah, if you go back, because I was thinking, I mean, they have improved. I will give them that.
I'm saying. Yeah, they're terrible tonight for sure. Go ahead.
When you go back and watch and rewatch the game, when you go back and rewatch the film, they you know what? I'm still on this offensive line coach because these guys they in plateau to where they're at, but I don't see him as a guy that can bring these guys to the next level. And Jones is terrible. Jones is terrible. He and like I say, it get hit because of when they go with the extra linemen but when you go back and watch the film, this offensive line is not good. So I'm giving those guys a D.
Yeah, I'm gonna give them. I'm gonna give them a D plus. I mean, they got the running game going late. It was Faetano, like they got some penalties, couple penalties that they haven't really. They've been playing clean lately. Like that safety was all on Aaron Rodgers. I mean, Faetano had the guy blocks. Aaron Rodgers spin back into Faetano and dropped the ball off Faetano's head. Just get rid of the ball like old school A-Rod would have done, and we wouldn't have gave up those 2 points. So
Rodgers took some shots this game.
The guy from the Saints, what's his name? Pete, Andrews Pete, right?
Yeah.
He started because they wanted to keep their big package like we've heard been talked about. He had opened up the game with a penalty. So that's where it started from there. We got the ball 2 weeks in a row on offense, and we got 3 and out 2 weeks in a row. And last week, the defense showed up and Saders got turnovers. The defense is getting no turnovers tonight. They got some sacks. They got some pressures. They played good through 3 quarters. To me, good defense through 3 quarters. But we'll talk about the defense when we get done. But, yeah, the offensive line, D for me. Afton, hold on.
I'll give him a D. And I have a question. Did our run game not really get going because Sayamalu's not out there? Is that the problem?
I wouldn't blame it just on that. I mean, I think he's better than he's a starter, so he's better than the guy that's out there. And maybe there's some thought to the continuity of the line being messed up with the leader and the veteran not being out there. This guy's never played in the trenches with the rest of the guys, so that could be something tonight. But I mean, I think they didn't commit to it enough, the run game, and I think Aaron Rodgers held the ball too long. Now, the rush was getting there, but Aaron Rodgers, you can't hold it, man. You're not Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen, nobody like that, man. You got to get rid of the ball, make quick decisions. I just gave you credit earlier in the week for being a machine back there. You didn't look like it tonight. Like, yeah, the machine was cut off tonight. The brain was cut off. But so what grade did you give him, Afton?
A D.
A D. Okay. All right.
I've seen worse play. I've seen centers that couldn't snap the ball at all, so they get a D.
Still aggressive. Why were the Spartans still out there in garbage time? Well, I mean, I think I get it. I mean, but because that's how Jaden Daniels got hurt the other day, right? But you need to get something going. Like, I mean, you just keep trying. I mean, they're not good enough to take out anybody. I mean, who knows? You don't want Aaron Rodgers to get hurt, but he got to be smart enough not to take his. He's not going to run the ball like the play Jaden Daniels got hurt on. He's not doing none of that. So, I mean, I think you got to try and let them get chemistry going. You don't want to – now, honestly, Jens is Steeler fans, all of us, they had took the starters out, we wouldn't have understood it. We wouldn't have understood it. You say they just gave up. They didn't even try and fight to the end. I think a lot of people would say. But that's just my opinion. Let's go to the defense, guys. Kerb, you go ahead and pick a position room and you start the defense.
Well, let's start off with the well, we start off with the edges, in which for a minute there at the beginning of the game, TJ was a little bit invisible. I thought he was going to disappear again, but
just like with DK, is TJ disappearing or is the offense, because they showed a graphic up where he's been chipped.
Yeah, he is
like 105 times. The next one, Myles Garrett and Hutchinson from Detroit, they're in the 60s of being chipped. TJ Watt is almost 2 times more chipped because he can't be blocked one-on-one. So he's been taken out the game schematically by the other side's offense.
But I mean, no, but he started I mean, he started batting balls down, and you know, he was playing the
He got the
run,
ball.
but at first he was nowhere to be found. But so I thought from the edges, so TJ, Highsmith, and Herbert, I give those guys probably a C plus. They were solid. I mean, they really wasn't bad, but they didn't really do nothing great. I think they did. Highsmith definitely got a sack.
Well,
I remember.
they got 4 sacks. Herbert got a
Yeah,
sack.
and then I think TJ got one. A
Yeah.
little. I don't know what that was, but he. So
your grade for the edges, so we can move along.
I just gave I gave them a C plus. They were solid, nothing special, but they were okay.
Your grade for the edges. Jaime says a C.
I'll give them a B. They got some sacks. They put a lot of pressure on Herbert even when they weren't getting home, which was a little disappointing with their backup tackles. But we kind of thought their interior O-line wasn't that bad. So, and there was TJ batted down at least one pass. So, yeah, I'll give him a B.
TJ did, Cam did. I bet they batted down about 5 passes.
They batted it.
I mean, not just in line, but the defense batted down about 5 passes.
Yeah. Herbert got that low release.
But and I'll say, as far as my grade, I'm just gonna give them a B. I mean, because they did well enough. They did enough. 5 sacks. I mean, if they only got 4 of them, they did enough to win the game. I mean, part of the defensive letting up a little bit, that run started to hurt because Chargers committed to it. Yep. That's what Harbaugh's going to do when he was at 49ers the first time, when he's at Michigan, when he's at Stanford with Andrew Luck and them. He's going to play big personnel, commit to the run. So he's going to run the ball. The defense got wore down because offense couldn't stay on the field and get first downs. So I thought those guys played good. But I'll give them a B. So Afton, we did the edges. You picked the next position room.
The line.
D-line. What do you think about it?
I'll give them a B minus. They had some holes sometimes, but they also had some good plays. Benton got a sack. That message you sent, Big Trash Benton.
Big Trash, because Big G's in the chat and had to just, Big Trash Benton had it in 2 weeks in a row with a sack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Cam's batting down balls, and Black was playing big. Harmon was playing big. I mean, they were getting after it.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree. I get a D line. Yeah, I'm just gonna give them a B too. They played well. They stopped the run early as it got later. And then there was really no big run like they just killed you, right? They got a couple 10, 12-yard runs, but not like we saw in some of the games, like against the Seahawks or against the Bengals, like where they just got super gassed. Like, I think this was more about attrition and them being tired that they gave up some of the runs more so than them just being out of their responsibilities and gaps and stuff like that. So I just give them a B. A B is solid though. Kerb, what you give them?
I'm giving them a C plus.
And your reason?
Just I mean, like I don't see. I'm not gonna say they played terrible because they didn't, but then they didn't really play outstanding. They was just average to me. But I give them a C plus.
No, 100 yards not good, Jaime. But look when they got it, those late, and look at them having to be on the field all the time. They played 20 more plays against than their defense had to play against us.
The offense definitely didn't help them.
Didn't help at all.
That's for sure.
Didn't help at all. So you gave them a C plus, Kerb?
C plus.
Okay, so we did the edge, we did the D line. Now you go ahead and pick a position, Kerb. We'll grade that.
We'll just go. We keep it in order. We go to the backers.
The linebackers.
Yep. We're basically Queen and Wilson.
Uh,
No,
Again,
Harrison too. Don't forget Harrison.
yeah,
I think Harrison actually played the first play of the game.
Again, I give those guys a C plus. I ain't gonna really say they played outstanding or they didn't play terrible. They did okay. I mean, I just think overall the defense was solid. The defense was solid tonight. They were definitely. You get some help from your offense. This is a game that you could have been in the running to win, maybe. So, like you said before, I don't really have no complaints about the defense, but I just think they played solid. You know, I didn't see anything outstanding. So I'm gonna give those guys a C plus.
Okay, Afton.
I'll give him a B minus. They had some missed tackles and some, coverage that they couldn't keep up with, but Harrison was nice against the run. They didn't kill us.
No, you're right.
They made some plays. But there was, no splash and nothing outstanding. So
yeah, you're right about that. But I'll give them a B. I mean, because they go along with the rest of the defense. And to me, Kerb, you said solid. I think a B is solid. I think now we get to the secondary, maybe I'll tell you what I want to think about them when we get to them. But I'm going to say a B for the linebackers. They were stopping the run early. I feel like Peyton Wilson had a good pass breakup against Oronde Gadsden before he got hurt. Yeah, and Harrison looked good against smashing the run early. Yeah, so I mean, I'll give them a B. I thought they were good. Afton, you start with the defensive backfield. If you want to break it down, corners or safeties, or just do them all as one grade, go ahead. How we want to do it?
I'll just do them all as one.
Yeah, I think so too. So we get out of here.
I say a D. Mostly because, Porter had that ball hit him in the chest and he didn't get it. And there was another one that he didn't get that was like in his hands. And there were some missed tackles. The one play that really just made me super duper happy was watching Pierre pick somebody up and just throw him on the ground.
That was really good. Yeah. I thought he might have got a personal foul run, like unnecessary.
I was surprised. Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't.
He kind of pile driving like
he
wrestling move back in the day.
That was for Big G.
Calling him trash.
Right.
But no, as far as defensive backfield goes, I'll tell you what I think. I think that I'm waiting on Peppers to get back, and after that, at some point, hopefully, Elliott can get back. I thought Duggar played well, but they were saying on the broadcast, and I agree, Jalen Ramsey needs to be up closer in the action.
Yeah.
He needs to be back closer in the action. I mean, so whether he's playing in the nickel, whether he play on the outside and they running some, some bump and run, he needs to be closer to the line of scrimmage so he can impact the game more than just being back there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he looked good last week because, Daniel Jones is Daniel Jones. Justin Herbert is something different than Daniel Jones, right? So he could play back there and come up because I'm not really worried about Daniel Jones darting me. You know what I mean? So I think that move needs to be made when one of those other safeties get healthy. Not Chuck Clark. Got to be Julius Peppers or Elliott coming back because even Thornhill, he's solely special teams now. But the grade I'll give them, I'll give them a C. They get the lowest grade of the group. They gave up some yards passing. What was it? 200 or something? It wasn't like it was atrocious. Let me see. What was it? Chargers pass yards. 199. Yeah, I can live with that. I'm gonna give them a C plus.
Yeah,
a C plus.
And the other team can make plays because that on that long pass.
Yeah,
I mean, the guy, I think it was Echoes. He was right there.
Right there. Yeah. Yeah, no, that wasn't his fault. That was just a good play.
But I got a new name. Joey Porter is Ike Taylor 2.0.
Yeah, I was saying the same thing to myself in my house here when you before you mentioned that. Then I looked at it after. If I said Kerb said the same thing I said about you said it on your own, I said it on my own, and I saw that you said it.
But
I was watching a watch party over at Steelers Dynasty podcast, and at least 2 people said it there.
Yeah, he's Ike Taylor 2.0.
Yeah, so your grade on the secondary, Kerb.
I'm giving him a C. Again, they really didn't get torched, and like I say, the defense as a whole, they were just solid. They were solid. Because you're gonna give up plays. You're gonna give up.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, so they were solid.
We gave up some and didn't make enough.
Just the offense didn't show up. But I know one thing: Ramsey gonna have to play corner next week. You can't play him at safety next week.
I think Corey Trice might be back next week.
I'm not putting Corey Trice. They ain't.
You gonna have to. What you gonna do? Slate concussed.
Man, I'm putting Ramsey. We have to figure something out with the free safety. Ramsey's going at corner against.
Yeah.
Because you can't. You got to.
You play the Bengals. Right?
Yeah, he got to play corner. Because none of them other guys definitely can't.
And next week we'll talk about as we go. Next week you better commit to the run. Commit to the run. Yeah. That kid for Chicago last week got 180 yards against the Bengals. I mean, come on, he's a second or third team running back. But lastly, the special teams, guys. What Afton special teams for you?
B-. Boz missed a kick, which I'm not going to give him too much trouble over because he can't be perfect all the time.
But it's a 45-yarder, though. You don't think that matters? If he had missed the first one, okay, good try. But to miss that one that was 45 yards, I got to blame Boz on that. But go ahead. This is your grade.
Mm-hmm.
45 yards indoor. Go ahead.
Williams had that muffed punt, but at that point in the game, it didn't kill us.
No.
And
no.
What irritated me was the lack of blocking and tackling again. Mostly blocking when, because I think Williams is a nice returner. It would be nice if we could give him a lane every now and again.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Waitman, I thought he did well tonight.
Waitman did play well. I wasn't including him in my assessment in my mind before I give my grade. Kerb, go ahead. Your grade for special teams.
I usually just give these guys an automatic A every week, but this week, Boz, and it's hard to get on Boz but you come on.
Oh,
Boz.
No Diddy to you. Go ahead.
Yeah, you can't miss that, Boz. But I give them a B. I mean, they didn't like the fumble.
And that's it for me. I didn't like the fumble. Not that it cost us the game. It put another touchdown up because they got the ball right down there. But I didn't like that. So Boz missing the kick, 45 yards indoor. I didn't like that.
Yeah.
Waitman did punt well. And he punted 5 times or 4 times, I believe he said. They punted 5 times, I think. And they got a penalty on a decent kick return. They got a penalty on it and went back to like inside the 20 on one of them.
Mm-hmm. I forgot about that. Yep, you're right.
I'm just gonna give them a C. I mean, they didn't kill us, and the only reason they didn't kill us because that last fumble didn't really matter in this big scope of the game. But you gotta play cleaner than that, man. I mean, good habits are built in downtime. Even though that's downtime, you out there, do your job, Williams. And we believe in you. I think, like Laughter said, It'd be nice if they could block it up, and because I believe you can break one. But the only reason he's up here because we had another receiver. Calvin Austin would be a 3 or 4 receiver, and he would be returning the punts.
Mm-hmm.
But because he's our number 2, you got to put him in the bubble. You can't put him out there for that special team returns. That's the way I see it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because Calvin Austin has ran a couple to the house in his career. And I'm not saying Williams is incapable, but if Calvin Austin was lower on the depth chart in the receiver room, he would be the number 1 punt returner also.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I just give him a flat C. Didn't kill us. Wakeman played well. Boz missed the field goal, which will happen. But, you know, he kind of conceded because the dude Cameron Dicker, when he was playing in Texas, they called him Dicker the Kicker. So that's his nickname. But he's had to miss a kick this year. He's ascending to being maybe the top kicker in the AFC if Boz, because Boz missed 3 kicks already this year. Now the one we slipped, not his fault. And probably the other one was a real long attempt, I would imagine. But
it was a long.
Yeah, that 45-yarder tonight, though, was unacceptable. Not that it would have mattered either, though. But if I'm grading you, I got to grade you on the test you turned in. So with that being said, guys, you guys final thoughts before we get out of here. Kerb, go first, man.
And we'll find out next week. I mean, next week will show us, did Aaron Rodgers get old on us all of a sudden? I mean, he is old, but did he lose it, or was it just a bad week? Because, I mean, you won't get an easier test than what you'll get against the Bengals defense. So
that's true.
We'll see what's going on with him.
But if they commit to the run against the Bengals defense too,
well, that's
the defense fresh too. I'm not saying he don't need to throw the ball, but you got to. We'll get into this next week. Afton, your final thoughts on tonight.
Well, a lot of people who know a lot more about the X's and O's than I do were asking WTF is going on with this scheme.
Far as offensively or defensively?
Offensively.
Okay.
Like, what are they doing? There were some questions about why the defense was running man. I mean, but
I think
it was just.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I think when they did that, they were just trying to mix it up, right? They saw it a couple times they ran man, they were able to get pressure. And during that time, I believe that's when they were hitting Herbert quite a bit. And he got his leg rolled when Duggar tackled him and Herbert sacked him. And I think they smelled blood in the water, so they wanted to get aggressive during that stretch. Now, it didn't necessarily work out, but they only gave 199 yards passing. And we saw McConkey get 50 of that on one play. So even though they switched to that, it didn't kill him either. So, you know, I like the adjustment. If they, like they had been doing previously against Green Bay, against the Bengals, they just stayed in stuff. And then they just were trying to mix it up, and I get it. But, yeah, offensively, I think the answer to the live chat's question is they're limited. That's what they're doing. They're doing what they've been doing. Some teams, teams have seen enough film now that, Pat Fryer moved a 4.7 guy.
Right.
Jonnu Smith only 4.5.
They can man them.
Now Washington might be a 5 flat. He big, but nobody's going to threaten us. Nobody's going to threaten us.
The linebackers can man those guys up. We don't have I watched a little bit of the Colts game. That Warren guy, he's a weapon. That's a weapon. Like, our tight ends are not weapons. You know, so that putting those guys out on the field.
They are weapons. If you had another good receiver on the field, it would open them up. If you had another good receiver on the field and you interchanged Fryer move and Jonnu and kept Washington on there, and you just ran 12 personnel, not 13.
But
you're more explosive with another wide receiver out there, and you still got Washington in the block, and you got a good pass receiving tight end. You're more explosive because you got that guy out there that can get open.
But what I'm saying though, like with Warren, you can't cover that guy with a linebacker. You got to put a safety on him, or But with our guys, linebackers can. I mean, granted, they got to be. If you got an athletic linebacker, he can check our guys. But
what guy you talking about?
I'm talking about our tight ends.
Oh, you said something about Warren.
No, Warren. I'm talking about Warren from the Colts.
Oh,
weapon.
okay. I thought you were talking
He's a
about
tight
J-Rock.
end, but he's a weapon.
Right,
Brock
no, you're right.
Byer, you know,
Well,
the
John
kid.
Smith has been a weapon.
He ain't, well, I don't know what
Not
happened.
here.
He
No,
ain't know
not
what
here.
happened.
I'm saying, but he has been. You know,
Has
But-
been is the kind of the key for a lot of the players that have come
now
here.
look, well, okay. So John New Smith was a Pro Bowl tight end last year, right? Right?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay,
I'm
wait.
assuming.
He was.
Wait. No, he was. Well, no, answer the question. He played for the Miami Dolphins last year. Who were his wide receivers, Kirk?
Yeah, well, I say, but yeah. He look
But that's
what
all I'm saying.
Right.
If we had somebody else out there, it would open things up
But-
even more for the tight ends to not necessarily be explosive, but to be chain movers. We
On
looking for
Wednesday-
wide receivers. I mean, tight ends to do wide receiver responsibilities right now in our offense.
On Wednesday, I'm gonna let you know who I want our offensive coordinator to be. I'll hold it
I
to
hate to
Wednesday.
tell you, Arthur Smith signed a 3-year deal.
I mean, I know. I'm just saying who I would want him to be.
Uh,
I know the Steelers
and-
ain't going.
and I think he may have played himself, unless he turns it around. He may have called himself out of a potential coaching position this year. I mean, when it was looking good, like, oh man, I get some buzz about, being a coach again, and he still
fine.
might. Maybe not next year.
It's a lot of college positions open. He got to get something. That's what we
Claude,
got. That's
man,
what
that we gotta keep you wondering next week, man. We need to tune in all the podcasts, and we'll talk about it as the week goes on. But
So
yeah,
now
man,
Baltimore is one game out.
one game out. Vegas may have the line right when they said we squandered the advantage we have. Good thing we still got games in front of us. We still play them twice, and they don't scare me. The Steelers can beat Baltimore. I'm not saying they will. I'm saying they can. You know what I mean? I felt like Minnesota today it got away, but they was close early. They kind of gave it away.
Man, that quarterback terrible, man.
Yeah, JJ McCarthy is not that guy
Oh my God. He's man.
so far. But
He
yeah,
is
man.
bad.
With that being said, guys, we can go ahead and get out of here. Thanks
All righty.
everybody in the live chat for tapping in. What you saying, Black Lakes? I got it since you my boy, man. I mean, predictable play calling and the same old routine has the same results. Everybody knows what you are going to do. Yeah, we're gonna run. Sometimes they can know what you're gonna do, and it don't matter because you're gonna bully people. But that didn't happen tonight. Man, you go worry about the Tennessee Titans and fix them. Appreciate you supporting the pod, though. My homie Jess, man. Check him out. Black Lace Hair Salon, Lime, Ohio. He cut my mom hair a few months ago. Definitely appreciate us from my nephew's graduation. This last time I was home back in May. But yeah, man. So with that being said, we can go ahead and get out of here for the 2-minute warning podcast. Myself, Afton, Kerb, Big G not with us. For the KnoItAllz channel, thank you guys for tapping in. Be sure to subscribe, like this video. We appreciate each and everybody that joined us. And we kept it at 1 hour and 4 minutes. Kerb, we did good.
That's good.
Because G wasn't here bloviating.
Afton, that is a great point.
Is this the last game? Is this the last late game? They don't have no more.
Yeah, they don't need to be on prime time no more. We used to dominate prime time. We over 3 this year.
Oh, you know what? No. They play Miami. I think Miami might have a Monday night game. But anyway.
Yeah,
all
it is
right.
a Monday night. Yeah, you're right. It is.
Yeah.
With that being said, everybody, we out. Thanks for tapping in. See you guys next time.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.
Let's
go.
Mamba out.
Y'all come back now. Here